Welcome to Channel 404. Reality is a fragile code. Tonight, we examine 3 glitches in the system. Case 309, a woman whose anatomy rejects physics. Case 203, a man who consumed the atmosphere until he became it. Case 505, an orchard where technology grows, rots, and bleeds. Do not adjust your screen. The errors are intentional. Case File 309, Cervical Ejection. Eleanor wore a thick leather brace around her neck, not for fashion, but for containment. Her condition began at age 22, a sharp intake of breath, a violent convulsion of the diaphragm, and then pop, a wet suctioned sound, followed by the world tumbling sideways. Her head would detach cleanly from her shoulders, severed at the C1 vertebra, held together only by a terrifying lack of physics. She got used to it. Sneeze, catch the head, realign the windpipe, screw it back on until it clicked. It became a mundane, grotesque chore. But last Tuesday, Eleanor was carrying a laundry basket down the stairs. Both hands were full. The dust tickled her nose. She tried to stifle it, but the reflex was too strong. Achoo! Pop. Because her hands were gripping the basket, she couldn't catch it. Eleanor's head bounced off the 3rd step, then the 5th. It rolled like a heavy bowling ball, thudding wetly against the wood, finally coming to a rest on the living room rug facing the corner. The horror wasn't the pain, it was the separation. From the rug, Eleanor's head watched her own headless body standing at the top of the stairs. The body was panicking. It dropped the laundry. It began waving its arms blindly, groping for a head that wasn't there. "I'm down here," Eleanor tried to scream, but she had no lungs attached to her vocal cords. She just mouthed the words silently at the carpet. She watched, helpless, as her confused body turned around and wandered into the wrong room, closing the door behind it. Status: separated. Head location: under the sofa. Case File 203, Vaporous Consumption. Elias Vance didn't buy groceries. He climbed high-altitude peaks. He had a palate for condensation. He claimed cirrus clouds tasted like frozen mint and ozone. Stratus was bland like wet wool, but he was addicted to the texture of the sky. It started physically. Elias didn't just lose weight, he lost density. He stopped walking and started hovering an inch off the floor. He had to sew lead fishing weights into the hem of his trousers just to stay grounded. His skin turned cool, damp, and slightly translucent. When he laughed, it sounded like wind whistling through a crack in a window. On Tuesday, a massive supercell storm formed over the city, a dark, bruising purple feast charged with lightning. Elias couldn't resist. He climbed to the roof, mouth wide open, hungry for the electricity. He took a bite of the thunderhead. The reaction was instant. He didn't choke, he diffused. Witnesses say his edges blurred, he lost cohesion. He didn't die, he simply unspooled, expanding rapidly into a white mist. His body lost its borders and drifted upward to join the meal he loved so much. Elias is no longer a person, he is a weather pattern. Status: currently raining over the Atlantic. Case File 505, Planned Obsolescence. The orchard appeared overnight in a vacant lot in Cupertino. The trunks weren't wood, they were thick, braided bundles of white lightning cables. The leaves were shattered, tempered glass. And the fruit? Thousands of pristine, bezel-less smartphones hanging heavily from the wires. crowds gathered. People climbed the cable branches, tearing the devices free. It was a looter's paradise. But the miracle had a cruel design flaw. Every single device was stuck at 1% battery. There were no charging ports. The holes where the chargers should go were sealed shut with smooth, organic glass. Panic set in. People frantically tapped the screens, trying to check emails, take selfies, or call home before the screens went black. The orchard was filled with the collective anxiety of the low battery icon blinking in unison, a field of red, dying eyes. When a phone's battery finally hit 0%, it didn't just turn off, it rotted. The titanium casings turned soft and bruised like overripe peaches. The screens leaked a thick black liquid that smelled like ozone and burnt plastic. The ground beneath the trees became a swamp of dead lithium sludge. One man tried to cut into the tree trunk to splice a power cord. He didn't find sap, he found blood. The tree screamed. It wasn't a digital alert, it was the sound of 1 million rejected voicemails playing at once. Status: harvest denied. The soil is toxic.